Hi everyone, my name is Crispin. Welcome back to Crispin's 360. It's been a minute. I know this making this video has actually given me like a nostalgia because I remember when I started doing YouTubing, this is what I actually started, like talking about Belgium, how to live in Belgium, the transportation, the healthcare system, and all that. And here we are again. So listen, when you see me here, of course, I have new news for you guys. Of course, don't go anywhere. I got you covered, served, and ready. So on today's episode, in fact, before I jump into today's episode, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel and let's get this kicking. So listen, today it's very short. I just want to give you guys the tips that I've heard. Now listen, this is the information I'm going to give to you guys out there, okay? And like I said, in Belgium, the rules changes by day, by seconds, by minutes, by hours, by days, by weeks, by months. So I might be saying this. In fact, at the time of recording this video, this was the right information. So I don't know if it's gonna change or not. But of course, whatever I will say here, you go to your commune to go and verify. I might not have given you the updated versions. I'm giving you what I know. Okay, so let's jump into today's episode. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and let's chant. Okay, let's start. So listen, now you've lived in Belgium here, you are happy, you have a job, you have a family now, and now you want to be a Belgian citizen. There is a good news, very, very good news. Listen, if you want to be a Belgian, there are just like 4 or 5 documents that you have to take, or maybe 5 steps or criteria you have to just fit in, and you are good to go. Now, let's not waste too much time. I'm going to give you all the tips on how to become a Belgian. The first one is that you must have lived in Belgium for 5 years. Yes, you must have lived here for 5 years legally. Oh, very, very legally. Yes. The second step is that you need a legalized birth certificate. Very, very important. If you don't have this, you can go to the community, they can do one for you. Very legalized one in Netherlands, of course. Yeah. Then the third step is that you should have at least pursued your 1.2 Netherlands class. Now, you remember in Belgium here, they speak Dutch, so they want you, or maybe French. So if you live in the Flanders side, you have to show your Dutch that, hey, listen, I've done my 1.2. Or if you live in the French side, you have to show the same thing. Now, listen, this is different because here's where the drill is. I know people in different communities, they want to see B1. So I'm not sure about that, but I would advise you guys to at least try to do your B1. You understand? That's like the 2 points in, the 2.1. Sorry, yeah. If you have the 2.1, I think you're good to go. 1.2 is okay, but if you can do 2.1, it's also very good. That's like B1 basically. So that is the second step, or maybe the third step. The next step is that you should get your integration certificate. Now, somebody might ask me, what is an integration certificate? Now, remember when you came to Belgium, I think the first year when you're doing your Dutch course, we had like a 1 week class whereby you go, they do teach you. It's basically like a training. They train you on how to live in Belgium, how to integrate and migrate into Belgium, the system. Like when you are sick, where you have to go to, when you want something, where you have to go to, like you lost your job, all those things, homeless and all that. That's what we call the integration. They prepare you into the Belgian community or the Belgian world. You understand? That's integration. The next one is that you should have worked in Belgium for 488 days. Now, somebody might ask me, how many days is 488 days? So let's just assume that you have lived in Belgium for 5 years and you have at least worked for 2.5 years. At least 2.5 years should give you that 488 hours. Very, very important. And so yes, that is the next step. And then after getting all these documents, okay, you have to pay 1,000 euros. That's the most difficult part, I know. Belgium, you have to pay 1,000 euros. It used to be 150 euros and it just moved all the way to 1,000 euros. So yes, get all these documents. So let's just go through the documents again. You need your legalized birth certificate. You need your 488 hours. You need your Dutch level at least 2.1 or 1.2. And then the next one is that you should have lived here or worked for 488 days. This is very, very basic documents that you need. They are like 4 or 5 documents, of course, with your passport photo and all that. Listen, and after getting all these documents, you just have to pay 1,000 euros. I know, don't shoot me, I know. So after this, you can just submit it to your next commune. But of course, like I told you guys, if you really want to do this, do it as soon as possible because the waiting time, trust me, if you want to apply for nationality in Belgium, you have to wait for maybe, if you apply for the appointment, it takes like 4 months for you to even get a slot. You understand? So yeah, the earlier you start, the better for you. This is very, very important. And of course, you go to your nearest commune and then you can just go and submit. Like I'm saying, the laws changes every day as I'm making this video right now, this is what it is. But if you go to community, things can change. But of course, so anytime you go, they try to update yourself because I might not be, I don't know where you live, I don't know where you're watching me from, but this is Belgium, so things changes. And of course, if you have any questions concerning this, you can always leave it in the comment section. I see a lot of you guys leaving comments in the previous videos. I see it because of the podcast that I do these days. I focus a lot on the podcast, you know. I think I'm being very selfish right now and greedy, you know. But of course, since I know you guys like this video, I'm gonna start doing more things about Belgium. If you have any questions about living in Belgium, residence and all that, leave them in the this video comment section, and I'm gonna respond to everything. I love you guys, and of course, until the next episode of Chris Space 360, we are out of here. Stay tuned. Bye.